John, I'm curious about scales.
Yeah.
And how you apply them and what the different scales mean.
That's
and what's all that Phrygian, Lygian? What's all that stuff?
That's a huge can of worms there.
Yeah, well.
That's a lot of shit to cover.
Where do you start? I mean...
You start where everybody starts. You can start here. You can start with pentatonic. Yeah, blues scale. But I think the people that start there always end up getting stuck there, too. Mm-hmm. I think because the guitar lends itself to improvisation so easily.
Now, why do you say that? How does it lend itself to improvisation?
Because it's all pattern-based. So on a piano, in order to play in different keys, you can't memorize a pattern of shapes. But on a guitar, the way that it's laid out, you can memorize shape patterns.
Oh,
and
I see.
we can project those shapes in our brain onto the fretboard. And we essentially have like big beacons on our fretboard that our mind projects that show us what notes we can play. So that's one way to play, but if you don't break out of only doing that one pattern, that's where you're going to be stuck because you don't understand any of the theory behind why that stuff works.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's what we need to go over.
So that's what is kind of how you break out of it. So, but that road or whatever is a much longer road, and it's not as immediately gratifying because you're starting with do re mi fa sol la ti do, which is the fundamental of all of our music or whatever.
So let's say we're in A.
Okay.
And I play an A chord.
Yeah.
What are the scales that would work over that A chord?
It depends on the overall sort of vibe of the song or whatever, but very simply, play an A, and I'll just play an A major scale. If it's an A blues, you can play. So that's very much like an A major scale. Seventh note we're going to make flat because this is the note that's contained in that dominant seventh chord that you just played. So that's called A mixolydian. So, but we also know in A blues like that, you can play that A blues scale, which is actually an A minor scale that's been crapped on top of a major progression to add tension. Because this, the 5-note minor pentatonic scale, is derived from this.
What's that?
It's A minor.
What's this A minor?
Which is actually all the same notes as C major, so we call that relative to C major. And really kind of what's happening here, the way that it's explained a lot to guitarists, is you're like starting this C major scale on the 6th degree, a scale degree. And that's the essence of what modes are.
So modes are just major scales starting on a different degree of the scale.
Yeah, exactly. So let's take A or C as an example. Let's just play C. And I'm just going to play a 1-octave major scale over it. Now play me the 2 chord in C.
Would be D minor?
Yeah. So that's the second mode, that's Dorian. Third mode we have is Phrygian. So it's kind of minor, but a little bit more sort of, there's something kind of different about it, you know? So the fourth mode is Lydian. It's like a major scale with a raised fourth. And then this is Mixolydian. 6th scale degree, A minor. And then the 7th one, we have a diminished chord. Back to C.
I'm completely confused. Did anyone pick that up?
Jason knows what I'm talking about.
It's called an aeolian on the 6th, I believe.
It is, yeah.
And that 7th is the locrian.
The locrian.
The
To me,
Exactly.
always sounds a little satanic.
Yeah, it is.
Locrian.
Locrian.